What is the Ricky philosophy?
Уж как по мосту, мосточку, по мосточку калина, по частому малина, селезень от переходит, ой, калина, переходит.
What does paintball mean to you?
Paintball to me is not only just a sport, it's also kind of a lifestyle. It is very time consuming, it's quite a bit of a pricey sport, but let me just tell you, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like running and getting shot at and shooting back, and it just really is the biggest rush of adrenaline out there. Or at least in my point of view. I haven't tried skydiving, but that's next. But when I'm out there on the field and I'm with a couple guys I've never met before, and we are sharing this moment of just getting shot at from all sides, I mean, there's definitely some bonding going on right there. And after you're done with the match, there's just all this pressure that's relieved off of you. And it just really feels great. There's nothing better than aiming down your sights, putting them on your target, squeezing, and within a split second just watching a color just splash all over them. I mean, if there's any better feeling than it, I just haven't encountered it yet.
What's your interest in MMA?
When I do MMA, it's a way of me expressing myself in a way, I guess you'd say. Wait, I can't keep the door open. In 8th grade, I had a buddy named Gabriel Castano, and me and Gabriel, we used to watch anime, and we got into that fighting scene. It was really cool, and that's where I started boxing. I actually started in 9th grade, and from that I started in 8th grade, early 8th grade, and 9th grade is when I really was training maybe 2 hours a day. Before, I think I was doing some 30 minutes or an hour. I was kind of young. And then from there, I got into jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and mixed martial arts.
How long did you box?
It was 4 years. 4 years? 4 years? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, 4 years and a half, yeah. Yeah, 4 years and a half, and I started Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, and MMA.
Did you ever box competitively?
No, too young.
And how is your, currently you're studying Muay Thai, you said?
Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, and MMA.
Do you do any competition in that?
Jiu-jitsu, I'm trying to. I was going to 2 tournaments, but life threw problems my way, so I couldn't make it.
So what kind of a rush do you get when you do MMA, or when you practice?
Well, when you first start MMA and boxing, you're definitely not that good of a fighter. Reason being is you're afraid to get hit. It hasn't happened that much, or maybe at all. After you take those first hits, 2 hits, that first takedown, you come to terms with yourself saying, okay, I'm in this sport, I am going to get hit, and the bright side, it doesn't hurt that much. And from there you decide whether you want to stay or leave the sport.
So you would say that it's made you a better person?
MMA?
Yeah.
It's made me who I am, better or worse. It is what it is.
What does family mean to you?
People that bother the crap out of you, but you still gotta love them.
Tell me about your family.
They cook way too much food, they love you too much, they'll always call you. You gotta love them.
Give me more than that.
I have a crush on my mom. Well, let's start with my mom. My mom, she's cool, crazy. You scream at her, she'll scream right back. My brother,
cool at times, other times you want to kill him. My sister, cool in her own ways, kind of reliable, traitorous. Just kidding, I love you, Jay. My dad, the most tallest member of our family, the most hippie loved one too. He tries to find peace in everything. My grandmother, the obsessive cooker, cleaner. We make fun of her. That's not a word. And it's about the coolest part of the family we have right there. Except for you, Dia. I love you. And you too.
What does family mean to you?
People that will betray you. They will disrespect you, but ultimately they'll always be there.
So tell us about your father being deported. At what age did that happen, and how did that affect your family?
Okay, when I was 6, my dad, he got deported over some taxes issues that we had. And my dad had paid for my uncle and his family to come over here to the United States from Cuba. And as my father was leaving, my uncle was coming. I don't think they ever got a chance to meet each other. It's been like 10 years or 11 years, and they still haven't met each other. As my dad was leaving, like I said, my uncle was coming to the United States, and I guess in a way my uncle kind of took my father's place in the sense that he was my new male figure. And that didn't last long, because then he had his wife and daughters to attend to. So eventually, within the year, he got his life stable, and that's when my grandfather stepped in, and to this day, pretty much, my grandfather's been my male figure.
If you did this, I'd die of a heart attack. Chris, I'm telling Chris, it's gonna Chris.
Why are you so afraid of milk?
I'm not afraid of it. I'm just disgusted by it. It stinks. It's sticky. And it's so watered down. It's nasty.
When did you develop a fear of milk? Like at what age?
Since day one, it's disgusting.
Breast milk? Are you scared of that?
Get that nastiness. That doesn't even taste good.
You're right.
Taste it.
Essence of my soul.
Put it down in front of him and taste it.
Yeah.
I'm not tasting it. There's no way. First brush with death. Let me see if I can remember. Okay. My cousin Miguelito, we call him Tito. He lived with us when my father was living with us. So this must have happened when I was 5, around there, 5-ish, 4-ish. One time we were in a van, and we used to go to Key West very often. And by very often, I mean probably weekly or every 2 weeks we had a trailer up there. And one time as we were going, I remember we were on the highway, and I was leaning on the door because pretty much my whole family was in the van. And I opened the van door in the highway, and I was falling out when my cousin Tito, Miguelito, he caught me from falling out of the van. That was probably my first brush with death right there. My second brush with death. One time we were in that same van, the van of death, and we were actually at Lion Country Safari. And as we were at Lion Country Safari, there was an ostrich outside of the van. So the van, it has these windows on the side, and I wanted to pet it because I'm a little curious kid, you know. And as I went to pet it, my cousin Tito once again saved the day and shut the window closed, and it actually hit the window and broke it. So I don't know if that counts as a brush with death. Well, I can remember this one night where a friend of mine by the name of Brian, we went to the gym one night and we took bull testosterone. It said take two scoops, but since I'm an idiot, I took 8. We went to the gym, all was fine. We were out there for 2 hours, and when I came home, I remember as I was going to sleep, I was lying awake in bed for maybe an hour, and I started getting paranoid, and my heart rate was drastically speeding up, and I noticed my arms started shaking, my fingers, and I called 911 because I freaked out because I'm a little girl. And yeah, I overdosed pretty bad on that. And they said that the reason my arm was shaking is because my heart rate was speeding up, and if it would have sped up anymore, I would have a heart attack.